Hello, I'm Miss Bird, and I'm a librarian here in the Youth Services Department at the Dalton Public Library. We're celebrating Black History Month this year by presenting our Black History readings. Today, I'm going to be reading you a story about a young woman, and I say woman because she was a 15-year-old girl living in the Deep South in the late 1950s, going to school. And she approached some situations that were rather difficult, but you'll see what they were. And I thought it was fitting that I read about her, and I chose her story because I work in youth services, and I believe that our young people have so much potential. Here we go. Claudette Colvin, 1939 to 1993. Claudette Colvin grew up in Montgomery, Alabama. She was a black 15-year-old high school student living in the segregated South when she made a decision that changed her life. It was March 2nd, 1955, and Negro History Month at her segregated high school. Colvin sat in class as her teacher passionately told them stories about black leaders, the strength and conviction of Harriet Tubman, and the bravery and boldness of Sojourner Truth. With thoughts of justice, civil rights, and freedom in her head, she boarded her bus for home. She was approached by a white woman who told her to move so that she could have her seat. Ms. Colvin said in an interview, "At that moment, thoughts of all the injustices we face daily under Jim Crow law and segregation came flooding back into my mind. And it was like Sojourner Truth was on my right side and she was pushing me down. And Harriet Tubman was on my left side and she was pushing me down. I couldn't get up." Miss Colvin said, "I knew I was not going to walk off that bus voluntarily." Two police officers dragged her off the bus and threw her in jail. Colvin went to trial and was found guilty of violating segregation laws. She was labeled a troublemaker, which made it very difficult for her to find employment. She filed a grievance against the state of Alabama, and it was denied. Claudette Colvin's act of bravery faded into obscurity, and 9 months later, well, the same injustice was heard around the country, and that woman's name was Rosa Parks. Thank you for listening to this story about this wonderful 15-year-old girl who paved the way for Rosa Parks and the likes of her and all of us fighting in civil rights. Bye.